Hiya, Martin here, and welcome to Turner's Journey episode, I think it might be 60. Well, as you can see, the Hampshire Sheen shed, the global headquarters of Hampshire Sheen, has been put up. I put it up this morning, most of today. It's now about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon, and as you can see, the shed is up. I just need to put some workbenches in there and stuff, run some power out to it, and we'll be good to go as of Monday, which is really exciting. It was a real trial putting this shed up this morning. It's as you might be able to hear through the microphone, it's a bit windy, but I managed to do it all by my lonesome, and I'm very pleased with it. So I'm really looking forward to getting going in the new shed next week. Let's go inside. Right, we're inside now, as you can tell. Oh, it's bitterly cold outside today. Right, yeah, welcome to this edition of Turner's Journey. There has been quite a lot going on this week. As you can see, the shed's been put up for the new Hampshire Sheen Global headquarters. And now last week I did promise that I would be recording a video this week using the new camera setup. Well, I started it and I've got it about halfway through, and it's on this piece here, which is a 16-inch off-centre clock, which is slowly being decorated with pyrography and stuff like that. But it's taken hours and hours to film, and it's also taken hours and hours to edit so far, and that's primarily because the CCTV cameras which I'm using, which are these from Swan Security, they're great. I have to say they are absolutely fabulous. The picture quality is acceptable for YouTube and the videos that I make, and also they work brilliantly, obviously, as security cameras, a couple of which are dotted around the workshop to keep an eye on it when I'm not here. But the amount of creative, I don't want to say creative because I don't really use creative filters and stuff, but the amount of adjustments I can make to the exposure and stuff are really quite limited. And although I can change the hue, looking at the monitor, I can change the hue to suit the light level in here and change the hue according to the light temperature. They dynamically change the temperature as the light temperature changes, which has made editing an absolute pig, I can tell you. And so much so that I've spent about 8 hours editing half of that video, and it's just not acceptable. So I have had to kind of spend a bit more money. Yeah, more money, I know. On these. Let me grab it. On these little fellas. And these are, I've got two of these, one of which I'm filming now, and I'd love to know what you think about the picture quality. These are the Canon Legria HFR67 cameras. I've got two of these, ex-display models, so I got them at a really good price, and they come with a wide angle attachment, which is great. So I'm going to film a video again tomorrow. Something simple, because I promised I would get a video out for you and I haven't managed it, so I'm going to get a video out over the weekend for you for sure, because next week I've really got to get into Hampshire Sheen and get making stuff, as there's been an advert in Woodturning magazine, which went out yesterday, or came out yesterday, so you may have a copy, for Hampshire Sheen, which I think is quite nice, and I think the product deserves a little bit more exposure than now. Back in the workshop, the phone line, my God, the phone line is still not installed. I ordered it roughly the same day as the shed, about the 26th of September, something like that. And it's still not installed. We've had 2 engineers, is it 3 engineers? 3 engineers and 2 surveyors come out to have a look. It's not difficult. It's really not that difficult. There's a pole just over there. But I don't get it. Somebody at British Telecom or BT Openreach who installed the line must be about 4 years old, I think. But it is just driving me absolutely nuts. I've got this big global advert going out. I haven't got a phone number other than my mobile, which is fine. I don't mind, but it would be nice and much more professional looking to have a landline number, and British Telecom just can't do it. And anyway, I've got somebody on the case at British Telecom. We're about that far away from getting the line installed and the internet, but it's just teeth-pullingly annoying to get the whole thing kind of going. But thankfully, touch wood, although it's a very important part of the workshop, everything else has gone pretty much according to plan, which I've got to be very, very grateful for, which I am. I've done a couple of lessons this week, which have been great. Produced some really lovely stuff. And if you follow me on Facebook, you would have seen some pictures gone up of one of the lessons on Tuesday. And yeah, Turner's journey is about my journey from being kind of a novice wood turner going up through to professional. Now, a dictionary definition of professional is somebody who does something solely for a living. So a wood turner who turns for a living and does wood turning oriented products and stuff is a professional wood turner. But here in the UK we have a register of professional turners, which is supported by the very, very, very old Worshipful Company of Turners, and I now have my application to the Register of Professional Turners sorted, and I'll be sending it off very soon for their scrutiny. As for what they require other than the application, I'm not sure yet, but undoubtedly I will be visited by 1 or 2 assessors, might need an interview, don't know yet. So that's going to be happening next week, and I'll obviously keep you up to date with the progress of the application. So fingers crossed. And other than that, not a lot's been going on. Yeah, he says not a lot's been going on. I'm not going to talk too much about the Black Dog Workshop because that has its own channel. But as you can see, things are kind of settling down a little bit now, which is nice. Looking forward to Christmas. I've got plans next week to start turning those little decoration things and a few other gift ideas and what have you that I showed you in last week's Turner's Journey, and also a few bowls. I've got stacks of blanks here which I need to start going through, one of which I'll be turning in the video tomorrow. As I said, it will be a simple one, and I'll probably do some spalted beech and add some colour to it. Eek. I'll be hung, drawn and quartered for adding colour if it doesn't look very good. But we'll see what happens with it. It should be interesting. I've got a couple of fairly reasonable sized blanks, and it'll also be a good run for the new cameras as well, just to see how they look. And also I'm using an external mic today, which you might be able to see here, which is tucked into my pocket, just to see what the sound sounds like. And that really is about it this week, folks. Thank you very much indeed for your comments on pricing last week. very interesting, and I think the whole pricing argument will, or the pricing debate rather, will run and run and run for years and years and years. And I may well do a Facebook Live thing about that. And oh yeah, and speaking of Facebook Live, on Wednesday I did a Facebook Live of my personal feelings about carbide tools, and why they're not my tool of choice, shall we say. So if you want to have a look at that live video and read the comments and stuff, then you can head over to the Facebook page and it's all there. It shouldn't be too far down the feed because I haven't had much of a chance to post stuff this week. And that's yeah, that really is it for this week, folks. Thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again next week for Turner's Journey, which I think might be episode 62. Can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.